Good morning students, how are you? I hope you are all fine and you are doing all the homework and the worksheet which are given by the school. So students, we are ready with part 3 of the lesson microorganisms friend and foe. Today, as if you recall what we have learned in the previous lecture, we have already started with the uses of microorganisms, and there we have learned that microorganisms like lactobacillus, which is a bacteria, is utilized for formation of curd. Then we have learned that microorganisms like yeast, which is a fungi, is utilized for production of alcohol. Then we have also learned that yeast is utilized in baking industries for making bread, cake and pastry. So students, we extend that lecture with the topic is same, that the use of microorganisms, and will extend the use of microorganisms. Students, microorganisms are also utilized for making of medicines like antibiotics and vaccines. So today we will learn how microorganisms are utilized for making medicines and how microorganisms help in the process of degradation and cleaning the environment. So students, will start with antibiotics. See students, antibiotics are the medicines which are made by using bacteria and fungi that kill or stop the growth of disease causing microorganisms. So there are special medicines which are available in the market, which are made by using microorganisms like fungi and bacteria. And when they are these medicines are used to kill the organism that causes diseases. So students, we have many antibiotics ready in our market. Like I have written certain examples of antibiotics like streptomycin, then tetracycline and erythromycin. Now students, the credit or formation of this useful antibiotic, which is a medicine, goes to a scientist named Alexander Fleming. So this scientist in 1929, while working on a culture of bacteria, found the growth of penicillium. See student, Alexander Fleming was working on a culture of bacteria. Culture of bacteria means he was growing actually a colony of bacteria, a disease causing bacteria. So what he found? He found the growth of certain green substances there. So when he inquired more, he learned that the green patches that are growing along with the bacteria are nothing else but a type of fungus. And the name of the fungus is penicillium. So students, he also find one thing, that when the penicillium was growing, it stopped the growth of the bacteria that was grown there. So from there, the first antibiotics, which is penicillin, was discovered. So students, the credit of formation of antibiotics goes to Sir Alexander Fleming. Students, these antibiotics can be mixed with the livestock, means the livestock refers to the animals which are domesticated, which are reared and taken care by us for use for taking some certain products from them or for using them in our agricultural field. So if we mix antibiotics in the livestock, in the feed which we are giving to livestock, then they also help in curing the diseases of the livestock. Students, they are also mixed with the feed which is given to poultry to check the growth of microorganisms in birds also. So antibiotics can prevent the growth of microorganisms or in animals also, in human beings also, in the birds also. Students, these antibiotics are made by using certain bacteria and fungi, but they mostly work against the bacterial diseases, and antibiotics don't work against the viral diseases like the common cold or flu. So they don't work against the viral diseases. But students, these antibiotics should not be taken unnecessarily. There are certain precautions that should be followed by anyone who is taking antibiotics. So let us see what are the precautions that should be followed when we are going to take any type of antibiotic. See students, the first precaution is that the antibiotic should be taken only on the advice of a qualified doctor. So you should always consult a qualified doctor for taking antibiotics. The next one is the entire course of the antibiotic should be completed. Students, if the doctor has advised you that these antibiotics should be taken for 3 days or for 1 week, you have to complete the entire course, because if you do not complete the entire course, then the antibiotic will not work properly in your body. So students, the next precaution is while taking antibiotic is that they should be taken in right doses. See student, you should always take antibiotics in that dose which is prescribed by the doctor. You should not take less amount of antibiotics or more amount of antibiotics. You should take the right doses of antibiotics. And the last one is that do not take antibiotic unnecessarily. It should not be taken unnecessarily because it may kill some beneficial bacteria or some beneficial microorganisms which are present in our body, and at the same time if they are taken in wrong doses or unnecessarily, they may harm certain body organs also. So students, these were the precautions that one should follow while taking antibiotics. Next use of microorganisms is the microorganisms are utilized for formation of vaccine. So students, before going to the definition of vaccine, let us learn what are antibodies. See students, antibodies are certain type of proteins which are released by our body to fight against the invader microorganism. So actually what happens whenever a microorganism tries to enter our body, then our body starts producing certain antibodies to fight against the microorganism. So what is the vaccine? Vaccine is actually a type of medicines in which is made by using dead and weakened microorganisms. So let us see the definition of vaccine. Vaccine, it is a medicine used to stimulate the production of antibodies. Vaccines, when they are taken in the body, they increase the production of antibodies and provide immunity against one or several diseases. So vaccines can be taken, when taken in the body, they may fight against not only against one type of pathogen or one type of disease causing organism, it may fight the other type of microorganisms also, and is prepared by using dead and weakened microbes. So students, actually what happens when dead and weakened microbe is already introduced in our body retains some memory that this type of microorganism has already entered our body, and our body is already prepared against that disease causing a microorganism by formation of antibodies. So if second time a similar type of microorganism enters our body which resembles the microorganism that we have taken by vaccine, then our body starts fighting against the disease causing organism by producing more amount of antibodies, and hence within this coalition our body gets success against that pathogen, because antibodies are soldiers of our body and they protect us from the disease causing microorganisms. Students, let us see what are the different diseases for which we have our scientists have already made certain vaccines. So these are the diseases are cholera, tuberculosis, smallpox, hepatitis and polio. Now students, the credit of formation of vaccine goes to Edward Jenner. Edward Jenner. In 1798, Edward Jenner discovered vaccine. This was the first vaccine which was discovered, and the name of the disease was smallpox. So, student, the credit of formation of vaccine goes to Edward Jenner. Now, you may have seen there are big hoardings of polio program that the coming Sunday or a particular day has been decided to give vaccines for polio. So, have you seen what is that? Actually, that is known as vaccination. So, what is basically vaccination? See. Students, vaccination is a program in which a certain type of vaccine is introduced in the body of human being to protect the particular human being from a disease causing organism. And we have seen a vaccination program which is known as pulse polio program to fight against the disease polio, and it is generally given to smaller kids. Okay. Now, a similar type of vaccination program has led to the eradication of a disease which is the smallpox. So, students, now we have learned here the uses of microorganisms. Like we have learned that microorganisms are utilized for formation of antibiotics, and they are also utilized for formation of vaccines. This is not the end. Microorganisms are also used in the degradation process. See, students, degradation or biodegradation or decomposition is the process by which a bigger molecule, bigger substance is broken down into smaller substances by the use of microorganisms. And we have microorganisms as bacteria and fungus, which grows on dead and decaying, or which act on dead and decaying organic matter, or simply the organic matter from a plant body or an animal body or a human body, and breaks into simple compounds. Now, these simple compounds have nutrients in them, and these nutrients get mixed in the soil. From the soil, plants absorb the nutrient with the help of water, because these nutrients get dissolved in water and in the form of ions, and they can be taken by the plant roots. And in this form, this nutrient can be taken by the plant. So, students, microorganisms are also utilized for the decomposition process. Now, because of this decomposition process, all the nutrients get recycled in the environment. Therefore, it also helps in nutrient recycling, and these microorganisms also help in cleaning of the environment, because they remove the foul smell which is in the environment. Students, certain bacteria which are known as cyanobacteria or blue-green algae they are present in the soil, and they increase the fertility of the soil. So again, when certain bacteria like rhizobium or blue-green algae or cyanobacteria, when they increase the fertility of the soil, they add nutrients to the soil, and the nutrients can be taken by the plants. Plants serve as a food for herbivores and for us also. So somehow these microorganisms are very useful to us, because of them only we are getting many nutrients from the soil. So microorganisms like rhizobium and some microorganisms like cyanobacteria, which lives in the soil, they help in enriching the soil with nutrient, and which type of nutrient? That is nitrogen. Okay, because they have the ability to increase the nitrogen, they have the ability to fix free nitrogen of the atmosphere and convert into usable form of nitrogen, which can be easily absorbed by the plants. So students, let us recall what we have learned today. Students, we have learned that microorganisms are utilized for formation of antibiotics. They are also utilized for formation of vaccines, and microorganisms they increase the soil fertility by increasing the nitrogen content. They help in the process of decomposition, and at last we have learnt that microorganisms help in nutrient recycling, and because of this there is a cleaning of the environment. All the environment is clean and there is no foul smell everywhere. Thank you students. That's all for the day. We'll continue this lecture in our next class. Thank you.